Today I'm going to give you an origin story about my scintillating love affair with poetry, punctuation, and love itself. And I'm going to extend an invitation from love to you that I received at a very important time in my life. I am many things: a visual artist, a musician, a father, a two-spirit. And tonight I'm here as a poet in the throes of a lifelong love affair with using punctuation in unique ways. I'm driven by one burning challenge. How do I invite people into my deeper experiences beneath the surface of concept and the abstract? For example, hot chili is not a part of Puerto Rican cuisine, but this Puerto Rican grew up in New Mexico, where I watched Mexican kids eating chili like candy. So, 4-year-old Manny decided I was going to scale the walls of chili in the abstract by eating my first chili, a jalapeno. Now, how can I write about my baptism into jalapeno fire in a way that invites readers to really feel that visceral moment that I crossed from jalapeno as a concept to jalapeno as an experience? I place it between a set of double colons, and maybe I express this by going, jalapeno. My torrid love affair with punctuation play began growing up bilingual in a Spanish-English speaking home. And when I first encountered the inverted question marks written in Spanish that are missing in written English, full body tingles. There, hugging words was an invitation into a multiverse of meaning. While English punctuation seems to loiter at the end of sentences performing basic mundane functions, we're going to the party, question. Spanish question marks are spicy and playful, embracing words like Latin lovers, inviting you into a romance with meaning. I was fascinated to later learn that in American Sign Language, punctuation is written on the face. Similar to the inverted question marks in Spanish, you're cueing your reader about the type of question being asked. So if your eyebrows are up, it's a yes/no question. If your eyebrows are down, it's an open-ended question. I had barely begun to play with words and punctuation when at 6 years old, life handed me the experience of witnessing the violent gun death of one of my closest friends, Ivan. The sights, the sounds, the paralyzing grip of absolute terror. My ability to speak was buried with Ivan in the Monte Vista Cemetery in Alamogordo, New Mexico in February 1980, and I did not have the means to translate that experience into words. So I descended into a black hole of sorrow and silence for 6 long years. Here, words returned to me, Chaparral Middle School in Alamogordo, New Mexico, through unexpectedly experiencing a force more powerful than terror, love. It was puppy love for my English teacher, who had been drawing me out by encouraging me about my writing and daily journal entry assignments. And she had an assignment to write about the worst thing that has ever happened to you. I composed a poem about Ivan's death. Much to everyone's surprise, I volunteered to speak. And there, in front of my class, in complete shock, I cried 6 years of delicious tears. Poetry had resuscitated and unlocked me. By age 15, already a die-hard, hopeless romantic, I read this love poem by Emily Dickinson. And for the first time, someone's words and that audacious use of punctuation, it came close to describing what I feel inside of me at all times. Love reckons by itself alone. As large as I, relate the sun, to someone who never felt it blaze. Itself is all the light it has. Those sexy dashes, embracing the word alone, reminiscent of how love holds us. Dissecting line 2 sharply as love deconstructs us, and hanging mysteriously at the end of the last 2 lines, foreshadowing how love leaves us mystified. It's so clear to me through the use of punctuation that Dickinson is saying there is nothing like love. We might compare it to our sun, because that's the thing that we experience as the largest, the most powerful thing in our solar system. But that's like eating a jalapeno, or not eating a jalapeno, imagining what it's like. Itself is all like it has. Over time, I met other poets, Natalie Diaz with her relentless forward slashes. We have Federico Garcia Lorca with double inverted exclamations. Can really handle that. Here's a poem from me, written during COVID, when most of us thought the world was ending. Here I am falling in love. Love creates strong states of being and longings to savor it all. You make me nervous. Or more like you with me right now, this way, makes me nervous, excited. Newness that smells of undiscovered books in places I don't want to be in alone, because now I don't have to, because love. When I place the word love, or any word, in a set of double colons, it's my humble attempt to invite you, the reader, to slow down and experience what I'm talking about. Holistically, mind, heart, body, soul, the sights, the sounds, the smells, the expected, the unexpected. This painting, entitled You Are Here to Risk Your Heart, is a visual representation of my written, punctuated love. This is Manny falling in love, attempting, or accepting rather, the risk of being swallowed up whole by the experience of love, unfiltered. For me, this is what it means to be most alive. And yes, it's risky to love this way. This is Manny heartbroken by loving the same person I wrote the poem about that I just read you. This is the other side of love, and this painting is important because it was a choice, neither to sink into depression or run away from my feelings, but rather to slow down and savor it all, even this part of it. Life has never been easy on my heart. It buried me, much too young, in the depths of ineffable sorrow. There, love invited me back to life through poetry. And you know, life isn't easy on any of our hearts. And so now I extend that invitation to you. Embrace life. Savor everything.